Alison Rosen is your new best friend. Alison, with her good times never end. Alison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Alison's your new best friend.
Hey everyone, hi, hello, welcome to a very exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. I am sitting in Pod Cabin with your husband and mine, Daniel Quantz. Hello.
Hi.
How goes it?
I feel like I'm more your husband than theirs. If I'm being
well,
honest.
Do you feel like when I say your husband and mine, that suggests a 50-50 split?
I don't know about a split so much as just like it does. I know it doesn't.
It doesn't suggest that, right? Like if I say, "Hey guys, I got this lemonade for us,"
no,
that doesn't necessarily mean
I'm insisting on a split. You're not.
Oh,
you're not presuming one. I'm just saying, if I were to think about it, like if I would really think about it, I feel like I'm more your husband,
right?
And I am the husband of everybody listening,
right? And what I'm asking is, should I change the wording to reflect this situation? Like,
no, I think you can continue to say that, but people just. I just don't want people. I just don't want people to get too attached to me as their husband, because
Are you? Is it the commitment? Are you afraid of the commitment?
I can't be responsible in that way
to all of them,
to everybody who's listening.
Okay.
So, like,
I would like to open this discussion to what would be an appropriate way to introduce you, to reflect that while you are their husband and my husband, they can't depend on you're undependable as far as they are concerned. Is that what you're trying to say? Did I get it? Basically, okay. Are you there for them, kinda? I feel like you are.
I'm there in spirit.
I feel like you are, because if someone sends you a DM, and this is not an invitation, but if someone sends you a DM, like a lengthy one with, hey, Daniel, I disagree with your point on this, which is something people do in marriage sometimes, you will take the time to really go into depth to explain your point and like to have a conversation with them.
Often.
Whereas I would just be like, ugh.
Well,
that's actually not true.
If I have time, I will.
Right. So then that's pretty husbandly.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
So what is it you're not available for where they're concerned?
Anything else.
So you'll have a discussion on...
If I have time.
Will you bring in their groceries?
No.
Will you tuck their children into bed?
No.
Will you meet their parents?
Yes.
Aw. Will you be there for them if their parents die?
Sure.
Aw.
Yeah.
Will you... Okay, you're having a colonoscopy coming up. So you're unavailable for that time. But if they have a colonoscopy coming up, will you take them?
No.
Why?
I can't. Logistically, it's hard.
What if they also live in Burbank?
Probably not.
I feel like, honestly...
Here's the thing. I don't have a lot of time outside of this marriage.
But can I say something? You'll be there for them if their parents die, but
emotionally.
But you won't take them
Not
to their
physically.
Okay, so you won't clean out their house.
I can't be there for them physically in any way other than for sex.
I hadn't even gotten to sex.
No, but I don't have physical time for anybody,
Okay.
so I can't do anything. And for the most part, I don't have time in any other way either.
Okay.
But I hold space.
Oh. Well, that's the most you can do as a white man is hold space.
But that space
is small.
Yeah, it's in the closet. It's not.
We have a kind of big closet.
Yeah, that's where I have space.
We have a big closet, but we don't have space in our closet.
Well, I'm making more space.
Okay, so listen, there's some stuff I want to get to, so let me just get this other stuff out of the way. I'm on Patreon. Patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Boy, is my Patreon heating up. I send out a daily text to people who are at the texting level, and you can communicate with me on text. And people at the texting level, not only have they found out too much information about everything going on in my family, But also, just now, they received a couple photos of the work in progress that is the Stitch costume that you're making for our son and that has dyed our grass turquoise. I can't tell, is our grass dyed or is it they're just bits of fur?
There's just fur, like, because you can only buy, you can't buy like fur that's short, you know? And so you have to buy like,
Long
the fabric
fur.
has like long fur and then you have to shave it.
Right.
And so I did that outside. I tried to like capture it in a trash bag as much as possible, but still like, you know, the wind.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, there's just like little strands all over the grass.
It looks like Grover died on our lawn. It's not true. It's way lighter than Grover.
Yeah, but you know, whatever.
It's beautiful. And then also I'm on Substack.
Substack.
Daniel doesn't approve of my Substack project.
Correct. No, I do.
Greg Fitzsimmons, I told you, he also had the same qualm. And to him, because he's like, I just feel like you're so much more than this. And I'm like, yes, but I don't think that anyone
Nobody cares about the other stuff.
Well, no one cares about the other stuff in a financial sense. But more than that, I don't think anyone is seeing this that is in a position that is in a position to, like, not that someone's seen it doesn't matter, but I don't think enough people are aware that I'm writing my Substack about this, that it matters. I hope I'm not wrong.
It doesn't matter.
Well, but then you get into a like, but nothing matters.
Well, I think just personally, I think that you should just write about what it is you feel like writing about and not worry about subscribers.
Yeah. You know, honestly, what I would have liked to write about is, and I have in a real loose way, but like, fuck, writing about the stuff with my sister and my brothers and the estate and all of that stuff. But like, isn't it funny? I will share about that on Patreon, but I feel like I can't write about it.
Yeah, I think you have I think you have a book in you about your parents and stuff, but like
probably
in a dysfunctional family.
Yeah, it's interesting more and more when I think about how anyway, you know what? Enough of all that. Okay, so please follow me and support me. So Daniel, I had an appointment with my gynecologist.
So exciting.
Yeah, and something came up that I have been dying to share with you.
Ooh. To
get your opinion on it.
Is this going to gross me out?
It might make you uncomfortable, but it's not going to gross you out.
Okay.
But I wanted to wait till we get to the show. Now, first of all, you know this man. He delivered Owen.
I do know him.
So you've met him a bunch of times. Do you get the vibe that he could have been a frat guy?
Not at all.
Like a party guy?
No, he doesn't strike me like that. But, you know, there are all kinds of frats.
That's what I'm saying. Because, okay, so there was this medication called Duexis, which they don't make it. It was like 4 Advil in 1 pill along with an antacid. And people who had endometriosis loved it. But it was like $2,000. Insurance covered it, but without insurance, it was like $2,000. It was like something crazy.
Why was it so expensive? You could just take 4 Advil and an antacid.
Yes, I don't know. Because because there was a patent on it. But a lot of insurance companies were like, we're not going to cover that. Here's 4 Advil and an antacid.
Right.
But anyway, but for some reason it just worked really well. But he had, so many years ago when I was like, yeah, I can't get this anymore. He was like, yeah, it was really good for a hangover. I was like, interesting. But then Friday when I had Thursday, it doesn't matter when I had my appointment. So just to back up, I had my surgery July 11th. I had my follow-up. I thought it was, whatever. I had my follow-up at some point, at which point I think some women are totally healed, but there was still some stitches were still there and I wasn't fully healed. And then I went back a few weeks after that to check again. And at that point they had to use silver nitrate, which I mentioned on the episode with Jenna. It's called granulated tissue, which is like your body is like overhealing and like producing too much, like kind of like what would become scar tissue. So they like burn that away. And then I had to have that done again the next time. And then this last time he looked inside and he said, and here's why I wonder if he's in a frat. He said, he didn't say like booyah or something totally fratty, but he said, you're done, dude.
So you're all healed up.
Literally, you're done, dude.
Boy, I tell you, your fall is really shaping up.
I guess. I mean, it took 3 whole months.
You've had quite a lot.
He took they have these special Q-tips. They almost look like a drum baton, like one of those. Imagine a giant drum baton, something in between a Q-tip and a drum baton. It's like
the drum major has,
yes.
He has the thing where he lifts it up and goes dump.
Kind of something where you'd hit a drum, but it looks like a big cotton swab on the end.
Oh, like the boom.
Yes,
boom,
yes.
Boom, that drum.
It's in between that and a Q-tip. It's oversized, and he
like a marshmallow that you're roasting marshmallows on an end of a stick.
A little a little more tapered. But he's looking. He showed it to me, and there was a black little line on it, and he's like, "That's your dissolved stitches." I was like, "Oh, cool." Although the speculum. Do you know what a speculum is?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think of it as going up, down, or side to side?
Oh, I don't have any.
I always thought it went side to side. I actually don't know which way it goes. It goes the opposite of what I thought it did. But anyway, speculums never hurt me in the past, but ever since this surgery, they've been uncomfortable because all the tissue is
raw.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, so here's what he said. So you're done, dude. Pulled back in his chair and he said, "So, sex. The last 10 seconds happens outside."
What?
Okay, thank you. It was like the riddle of the Sphinx.
Oh, he said that. The last 10 seconds happens outside.
Yes.
Don't nut inside.
Okay. Yes, I will explain, but I did not understand that is what he meant. So I almost thought he meant it in an emotional.
Is there a risk of infection or something?
I will explain. Sit back.
Okay,
allow me to explain.
Because mine is very healing. I hope that's why I always tell the ladies. I say
all the listeners that you're married to.
It's any skin problems you have.
Yeah.
It's
like how they say this is actually I cannot say what I was about to say is how they say that, and this is I'm sorry, this is not true, but they say that breast milk is healing, and if your kid has pink eye, put it
Do they say that?
Yes, put it in the bath with them, and all this stuff, and it has these magical properties, which is not exactly true. Right. But then I just couldn't compare ejaculate with breast milk. It's too disgusting.
Ejaculate is not, but mine is.
Can I make a tangent for 1 second?
Yes.
And then I need to get back to this because anyway, what happened was, and I'm going to go back and forth. What happened was he said this thing and then he talked for, I don't know, 4 minutes or something. Mm-hmm. And the whole time I'm just you're
just puzzling.
What does that it really was what walks on 2 legs, 4 legs, and then 2 legs and then 3 legs. It made no sense to me. On the outside of what the boundaries we build in our heart. What are we talking about? When you
first said it, I'm we have to go outside. Why
for 10 seconds. The last 10 seconds happens outside. Maybe
something about air conditioning?
I don't know if he said the last 10 seconds happens on the outside or happens out. I thought he would, is he telling me something about...
Okay, but does he explain? Okay.
Yes. I was just is he telling...
I am now living in the same confusion you were.
I've had sex before. I don't recall the last 10 seconds happening on the outside. Is he... I almost feels like someone being I don't need a metaphor. It was so I was just have I always misunderstood where it happens? What are we talking about? Okay, so anyway, my other tangent. My nails have always been weak, but for some reason lately they're a lot stronger than they used to be. And I don't know if it's because I had iron infusions 2 years ago or if it's because I don't know what's causing it.
Are you eating collagen?
No.
Because I feel like my nails have grown faster since taking collagen. I was taking it, and then I stopped. But anyway, the whole point is my nails are longer and stronger, and so I'm I'm going to put nail polish on. I do not like I don't like getting manicures. Right. I saw a tweet that said it's like going to the hand dentist. Why do people think it's relaxing? Which is so true. I don't enjoy the experience. I don't get them. I did like gel manicures for a little while, but those cumulatively are really rough on your nails. And
But this sponsor that I had a couple years ago, Olive and June, I think is their name. Their nail polish is actually like it has a higher resin content or something. So it lasts a little longer. So I polished up my nails. They look fine. However, I'm noticing like, because I'm kind of rough on my hands and my nails, on the corners, there's like these little splits happening in the polish that then makes it rough and then makes it catch on things. Mm-hmm. All of which is to say, supposedly nail polish on your nails makes them like, it protects them. But I think that I'm actually weakening my nails by having polish because the polish is creating little weak spots where it like splits and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe.
All right. That's my side point. How did these ladies do it?
I had to start using a nail file to file the surface of my nails because I realized that the reason I bite my nails is because the ends of my nails get rough due to the surface, the jaggedy surface. You know, because it's like it doesn't grow and they're not smooth, right? If you just let your nails grow. Some
are smoother than others, but yeah. You have ridges.
Mine aren't smooth, especially my thumbnails.
Yeah.
And so, like, if I
see those thumbos.
They're not so bad right now.
Oh, they're so bitten down. I feel like you've damaged your nails from years of biting. And
this isn't from biting, though. This is from filing it.
All right. Okay.
So the surface gets all jaggedy and then it like catches on stuff and it like bothers me. And so then I'll bite it to try to... And I realized, that's why I'm biting it. I'm trying to smooth it out.
Yeah.
And so I found that if I file them smooth, then I bite my nails less because then I'm not noticing. So that's why I do that.
Hack.
But the problem is that if you can go too much and then they get thin. So what I want is
a smart file.
I want a nail strengthening thing I can put on it that isn't like. I want it to be macho and masculine.
Right.
Just a nail strengthening resin of some kind that doesn't look like you have anything, but just adds a thickness to it so they're not thick.
I wonder if that exists.
But maybe I could popularize since we're in a culture now. Our culture is getting like it's changing, and I feel like for men it's getting really weird and like hyper. There's this sort of like
hyper feminine, masculine,
hyper masculine. Although I almost hesitate to say hyper masculine because what is considered hyper masculine in our culture is actually like kind of not in some ways.
That's what I was saying with the hyper masculine feminine, like
right. Yes.
The Giga Chads. It's like that's kind of a girly look.
It's like this overly groomed.
Yeah.
Like all these guys that you see pictures of who are like, look at this guy, he's so, and it's like you take a picture of that to 1995 and everybody's like, that's a gay man.
Right, the metrosexual
thing. But they're now like, we're like alpha MAGA, like it's like you guys look like you seriously whatever. But what if I could popularize like claws for men?
Like
paste on
like Flojo. Was it Flojo or Jackie Joyner or
like
Kersey?
Gnarly looking like bear claws.
Oh, like talons.
But just as a way of toughening my thing, but that would just make me look even more
like an eagle.
Like a predator.
Yeah. Like the apex predator that you are.
I give predator.
You're serving predator.
I'm serving predator. That's what everybody wants out of a guy is to be like, that guy looks like a predator.
Yeah. That makes me feel so comfortable.
No, I just need something to strengthen my nails.
Yeah. You need like press on eagle talons or bear
I guess
nails.
Maybe if I just had American flags on them or just like.
Did you know that the sound, I think I've mentioned this before, but I recently saw it again and it excites me. The sound that people associate with a bald eagle, that majestic like,
I've heard this is not.
No, they actually go like, kind of like they don't make. Yeah. Oh, I got to find it now. They don't make that sound. That's a different sound. All right. Let's see if I can find it.
They're like tweet, tweet.
It's not that, but it's much more bird-like and less patriotic.
Do you ever think about like what would be different in our culture if Benjamin Franklin had his way and our national bird was the turkey? Would we be less like? Would we be more docile? Like how much?
I didn't know that he wanted to. I didn't know that.
I feel like the eagle projects this like predatory like strength, and a turkey just doesn't.
Anytime now. Oh, come on. What the hell? It's like I can see it making a sound, but it's not.
Are you not hooked up?
Let's see. Calls.
Goes chirp, chirp.
Is this it?
Oh.
That's a bald eagle.
It's cute.
Here's another one. Oh, say can. Here's another one. That's a little more, but like.
I'm finding this soothing. Why is this so soothing?
Oh, maybe you're a birder. Oh, juvenile calls. Not prank calls, but these are juvenile bald eagles. Oh my God.
Do you know what that translates to? Done. Is it?
6'7".
6'7".
There's articles about 6'7". Have you seen them? Like Wall Street Journal, LA Times, New York.
So crazy.
They're all doing articles on 6'7". And people are getting in touch with me to say like, I heard about this on your show first. You know that they banned it in Owen's class.
Oh,
yeah. Or as Owen would say, banded it. They banded it.
I did not.
They're not allowed to say it. Yeah, because it's annoying. He said, but in Elliot's class, they're still allowed to say it.
Elliot's teacher is very fun, and I think he's cool with all that stuff.
I said something last night, and Elliot goes, part of speech. You used a part of speech.
Yes. Well,
it's like watching. It's a little bit culty, but I like the cult.
I love how on board they are with everything the teachers do.
Yeah.
Like they are fully bought in. I love that. Like
this is a teacher that Elliot really wanted. Like I think he's famous at this school for being. He's got all of these. How would you describe? Like he puts what he calls a goof, right? Or is it a mistake?
He deliberately, when he's writing on the whiteboard, he will
like the date.
Deliberately do misspellings or mispunctuations or things. And sometimes I think he'll even do it like verbally. He'll do, and he calls them goofs. And he won't call attention to them. But if you find the goof,
you get a point.
And the class is divided into 4 teams.
Oh yes, and then the class is divided into like north, south, east, west.
Yes,
in order to teach north, south, east, west.
Right. So, and everything he does is like secretly. It's so smart. Like
because you don't get a goof, you get like a fraction of a goof.
You get like
it's all fractions.
You get a half point.
Which I thought was so confusing, but he explained it's a way to teach them fractions.
So they're learning fractions without realizing they're learning fractions. Yeah. And everything, like the way he teaches, I remember, so all through grade school, I was in GATE, and I don't know if this was the way it was in the normal thing.
Nerd.
I was with the nerds. I really was.
I know. Your mom put a picture of you on the refrigerator, where you're wearing a Garfield shirt, and the largest digital watch I've ever. Did it have a scientific calculator on it?
By the way, that was a small watch at the time. Yeah, it was like a Casio digital watch. I remember that watch. What was your question about it?
Did it have a scientific calculator on the watch?
No, it didn't. I don't think they had. I know it was just a regular ass calculator. This was like 84.
Okay, it's just a large watch.
Jesus Christ, honey.
Okay,
yeah, so it was a very big watch. I loved watches. So. Yeah, that was a surprise seeing that picture. I have not seen that picture like ever. It was she'd found a new picture. Anyway, the way that it would teach us our times tables is just memorization, right? You just go like whatever. You just memorize them. And I suck at memorization. And they would test you on it they would give you a piece of paper with like 100
squares.
Math problems, whether it's arithmetic or multiplication or whatever, and you'd have 1 minute to get done as many as you could.
Oh,
and like, that would give the teacher a gauge as to like where you are. And I had way fewer than I was supposed to have. Like I was below the metric, and so they would pull me out and do flashcards and all this shit. And I just assumed I was bad at math because I was being pulled out, and they were just like, Daniel's not. And then when I went to junior high, I was in with the normal kids, and the normal kids.
Did they throw you out for your watch?
No.
And your Garfield sweatshirt.
Nerd. Actually, I wasn't enough of a nerd, so I didn't continue with the nerds. I could have. My mom, I learned, had whatever. It's a long story. But I was in my neighborhood junior high, which was fun. But before I enrolled, I met with the guidance counselor, which I don't know if guidance counselors are good today.
Mine also were not good.
Back in the day, or maybe it was just the luck of the draw. Mine sucked so hard. They sucked.
Mine were not good either.
So bad.
Yeah.
I could go on and on. But this one was like looking at my transcripts and was like recommended me for dumbass math. Like, you should be
DAM.
You should be in like remedial math because you are obviously a dumb fuck.
If people don't know, and they might not because it's unclear what your job is, I still don't quite know. You use math in your... No, they know because you talked about Monte Carlo regressions. Like you are a professional math person.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I guess you're right. And then it was just like so easy. And then I at a certain point, I taught myself how to think. Like, I realized like, oh, math, there's a way to think of math visually. Like, I figured that out. And then from then on, I got straight A's all the way through calculus. Like, I went all the way to calculus 2.
Wow.
And I got a nearly perfect score on the SAT math.
Calculus 2?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, there's first semester of calculus, second semester of calculus is calculus 2, whatever. And it was just easy to me at that point. And it was like...
It's funny because...
And I realized it was the way I was taught math. It wasn't that I didn't... Yeah. I didn't have an aptitude. I did have an aptitude for math. And I got so pissed about that because it was like, you made me think that I was bad at this shit, but you didn't teach it to me the way that I needed it to be taught. But this teacher that Elliot has teaches it visually. And I was looking at this, I was like, man, I am so happy for him that he has teachers that are able to adjust to different learning styles. And I don't know if that's like over the years they've realized like, every kid learns differently.
That's what at back to school night.
They didn't have that back when I was a kid.
No.
At all.
And back to school night, that's what he said. He said that he realized that kids learn differently, so he teaches them differently or whatever he said.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm the whole time I'm like, man, I wish I'd had this teacher when I was in third grade.
Yeah, he does seem good. So anyway, back to the conversation with the riddle. The last 10 seconds happens on the outside. And I was like, I don't know.
It's like a tea party?
What that means. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? And then, anyway, what he said is that men try to be gentle.
Oh.
I think what he's saying is...
Like, I would start to go too hard, and it would be like...
but like, it was interesting. I was like, am I getting an insight into like all men? Yeah, like the best laid plans get thrown out the window in the last 10 seconds.
So there's still some rawness.
So this is what I said. I said, given that the speculum hurt, I am nervous about it.
Yeah.
And he said, that's good, you should be. And I said, isn't this seem...
But then it's not, you're not done, dude.
I know!
Don't say you're done, dude, but then be like, you might not want to like do anything involving that area.
Doesn't this...
That's not done.
Well, no, just the last 10 seconds. I know. Doesn't this all sound pleasurable and like a thing to really, an escape from the drudgery of life? And I said, is the concern that it'll hurt or that it could damage tissue? And he said both. I know!
Dude.
And then... and that's what he said. So go slow and just listen to your body. And I'm like, but it will continue to heal, right? And he said, yes. But yes, I guess... But he did assure me, this is personal. Everything is spongy, and I am of normal length. Because
there's no risk of, because it's closed off. Is that what you mean? Like normal length of the
canal? Yeah, because not everyone knows this. I didn't know this.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the vagina as a tube,
Mm-hmm.
like a tube sock with the end cut off. Imagine a tube sock with the end cut off, so it's open on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
When they hysterectomize you, they stitch up the end,
Mm-hmm.
the inner end.
Mm-hmm.
So they call it the vaginal cuff. So the top of my vagina is now stitched together.
Right.
And that's where this granulated tissue was, and that's where the stitches were still, Yeah, so I wasn't even concerned. Like, did you leave me with a 2-inch long vagina or something? I wasn't worried about that.
Could he tell you the length so that we can
can map it to
just make sure that there's no risk? This makes me nervous.
Yeah, well, we have that in common. So anyway, that's what he was saying. What he was saying is, and I want to know if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that, like, a man can try to be as gentle as possible, but then all of a sudden in the last 10 seconds, like, just kind of like goes berserk.
Maybe. I mean, like, I don't know that I couldn't control myself. I don't know that it's like that. They're definitely, like, as it ramps up, there is more of an urge to, like, you.
Is there some, like, involuntary? Would you say that there's some, like, involuntary movements that happen? I think that's kind of what he was suggesting.
Involuntary movement,
right? Like, is there a certain,
I mean, when you're like, you know, climaxing, I guess,
right,
your body sort of convulses or whatever. But, like, I don't know. I'm not sure what he means exactly. Like. I don't know. Like, I guess if you were to tell me, like, instead of saying the last 10 seconds has to be on the outside, you said just.
It didn't say has to be. It says happens.
Just yes. But if you said, you know, just in the last 10 seconds, just don't
move.
Resist the urge to be more vigorous.
Yeah,
I think I could.
Well, that's what he's saying. Everyone thinks they can, but they apparently can't.
But
it's like, how do you know?
He's probably just saying that because it's just easier to tell people to
pull out,
hang out on the outside for the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Because then there's zero chance that
right,
a person, even if they think they can. So I don't know.
If sex could damage the tissue,
mm-hmm,
that seems risky.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I guess there's like a big spectrum in terms of what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, I don't have like a giant horse cock, so I mean, it's not like.
But I wrote a song about it.
Yes, exactly. My redwood. I don't know if you know. I think that I guess I just don't know. Like, I don't know what the length of the
canal
is.
No one does. Apparently it's normal. I don't know. Here's the thing, and this is personal. Either it'll be very uncomfortable, in which case I'll say it's very uncomfortable,
mm-hmm,
let's not,
mm-hmm,
or it won't, and then it'll be okay.
Mm.
And if
we could just Bangus the Angus.
That is my favorite children's book.
At Brown Angus.
Is that an okay joke to make?
Which one?
That's my favorite children's book.
It's fine.
Okay. You know I'm afraid of that.
Yeah, I was joking.
Angus Bangusing. Yeah.
Yes, I know you.
I've
been married to you for a while now.
Okay. I applied my estrogen patches, and I used, it was recommended to apply Flonase to the area first, because it's like a mild steroid spray, and it like prevents allergic reactions.
A hack.
It is. But for some reason I'm still feeling itchy. Yeah, and if it does hurt, then I'm going to hope that in time it just gets more healed and doesn't hurt as much. But if
Did he not say that it would? I imagine it would.
He didn't say it would hurt. We weren't talking about pain. He didn't say it would hurt less. He was saying, yes, it will continue to heal.
Wait, so is this...
You might need to take another lever.
Is this take it outside just in perpetuity? Or is this like...
Oh, no. I didn't think it was.
Because, yeah, I might have to leave you.
And the ejaculate is no problem, he said.
Because this guy doesn't take it outside.
Is that your rule?
Yeah, you know my rules.
What are your rules?
I don't take it outside. And that's my only rule.
It's your only rule?
It's strange.
I know. So when he said the last 10 seconds happens outside, I was like, uh-oh.
So I'm distracted because my eye is like burning. I put sunscreen on because I was outside shaving my Stitch costume. And I didn't get the sunscreen in my eyes.
What kind of sunscreen are you using these days?
Well, it was that Korean sunscreen.
The Beauty of Joseon.
I think we got it because it's not as bad. The Super Goop makes me feel like I got pepper sprayed.
Was that the Unseen that you were using? The Super Goop? The everyday.
Both of them do it. We went to the Rose Bowl flea market that one time, and I had it, and I wanted to like get one of those eye wash.
Yes.
I watched it. I literally afterwards.
I think you did.
Bought some emergency because it was just I couldn't. It was too much. Well, okay, but as I was saying before, your year has been just full of huge things.
Yeah, let's hear about them.
Your mother was murdered. And then you had to settle these.
Wait, is this the calendar year or is this
calendar year?
Okay, because my mother was murdered in 2024.
I know, but it basically...
It really kicked in this year.
Your community burned down. No,
That wasn't my community.
No, but you had to settle the estate, which was like fucking crazy. And then you had your uterus removed.
And my the back of my vaginal wall stitched up.
And these are big things.
Yeah, they are.
And they were all... things you had to work through, but now what I'm saying is right now, like this week, it feels like everything is resolving.
That's like a pretty big
and
deal.
Now you have the rest of the year. I like to call it the holiday season.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call it like the back half.
That's what I call it.
Did you invent that?
I call it the holiday season.
Did you invent that?
I may have. I feel like I've been saying it a long time. Other people say it now.
I know, but they don't give you credit.
I can't prove that it was.
Yeah, okay.
But
did you know that my dad thought that he invented wearing red sweaters and also wearing your stethoscope like hanging around your neck?
He didn't.
He was like, I invented that.
No, he's joking.
I think he was joking, but he also like anything that he did, if he saw it catch on, he would claim that he invented that.
That's pretty good. Yeah, your dad liked a sweater. He liked a good sweater.
Yeah.
He liked sweaters and slippers. He's a real sweater and slippers kind of guy.
The thing about my dad is, even though he didn't work for the majority of time that I knew him, because he retired young, he still always he had on his morning outfit and his evening outfit, and he always changed. See,
that's the way to do it. You can't just live, if you're going to be, I've learned this because basically after COVID, nothing has changed for me.
Right.
Like a lot of people are like, man, that was weird, COVID.
I know.
It's like, my life's the same. I never leave the house.
Yeah.
Because I work from home now. I don't have a reason to.
You take the kids to school.
I take the kids to school. And the other day, we have our internet through Verizon and our phones through Verizon, and Verizon was down.
Yes. Did you see the thing they put out about it? They said that it was hackers.
I didn't.
Or vandals or hackers.
Yeah, the fiber
something.
the fiber somethings were anyway. And that meant that we were completely. So I had
zilch.
So on that day, I went to Starbucks, and in order to get my like work emails and shit. And I took your phone in order to
it was my idea. I said, take my phone and refresh everything.
got all of your stuff. But then I realized, shit, if something goes down and Verizon is down, we're fucked.
Right. Did I share that on this show or a different show? That morning was like, what if there was some huge attack? What if some calamity happened somewhere? So I went out in the car and turned on the radio and learned that nothing had happened.
So I'm actually tempted to buy. So Starlink has a mobile satellite receiver that you can buy. It's not cheap. It's a few $100s. But you buy it, sign up, but then it's very flexible. So you can turn it on for a month and then turn it off. So it's basically for people who, might have an RV or whatever or boat. And with the idea that you're not on the RV all year or the boat. So you just turn it on for when you need it, pay for when you need it, and then don't pay for it when you don't use it.
But how do you turn it on?
I don't know.
Because you're talking about having it, and then if everything goes out, turning it on. But what I'm saying is, if everything goes out, do we have the ability to turn it on?
Well, it would. I imagine that you have to plug. You have to plug it. You have to have power. But if you have power, it'll just connect to the satellites, and then I don't think it's as fast. But they say it's fast enough to watch Netflix, so it's fast enough. Really, you just want something so that you can
watch Netflix.
Be connected. Yeah. Because I have one of those hand crank radios, just in, really right. Okay, the shit is down. We need to hear the emergency broadcast system alerts kind of shit. But it's I'm not sure I even have faith in that to tell me what I need to know. If there's some sort of I don't know, who. I feel the range of possibilities for what could happen used to be very narrow, and now it's basically whatever you can think of.
Right.
And you hear about, I feel like there was a city that lost something internet or something recently, and they were oh, that might have been hackers testing out a way to attack our infrastructure, and you're if China wants to invade Taiwan and they want to knock out Los Angeles, I want to be able to know what the fuck is going on.
And I just got a glimpse into your mind. You want to be able to go to Reddit or read it on a message board because you don't trust that you would hear it on the radio.
Well, I don't trust that I'd hear it on the radio. I don't know if I'd go to Reddit, but I would.
You need to go to some crowd Twitter.
I just don't know if there is a radio that is there a radio station that would tell us? I don't know. What if they targeted talk radio first? You know what I mean? Do you know?
Is Don Imus still alive?
This is what everybody's wondering.
That's why people like to listen to me, because I say what they're thinking. Yeah. Is Don Imus? Do you think he is or not? I will bet you $1. And I'll go either way.
Yes, I believe he's alive.
Okay, I think he's dead, based on the fact that you think he's alive. $1. Don Imus. Don Imus wiki. Oh, sorry, but he's dead.
He is.
December 27th, 2019. And I will tell you what he died of. Let's go. I mean, this is Wikipedia, so who knows? But let's see here. Oh my God. Do you like my song?
That's beautiful. But anyway, if anybody has experience with Starlink, and it's or whatever, let me know. What's the other? Oh,
wow. In 1984, Imus said about Howard Stern, yes, Howard's a slut too, Lloyd, plus a Jew bastard and should be castrated, put in an oven.
Wow. I feel like
what a fun guy.
I feel like that's pretty, it's pretty extreme.
Oh my God. I just want to know how he died. Oh, that's just
ask it.
How
ask
did
the computer.
Imus... Let's just go back to bird calls. Lung disease.
Lung disease. There you go. Well, there you. I really don't have
the irony.
I don't think about Don Imus.
I don't either. but I just did.
Why did you?
Because you said talk radio. And I associate him with the notion of talk radio.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
So I have weathered and withstood, been party to a fair amount of Taylor Swift talk in this marriage and in this house.
So sorry.
It's okay. It has really ramped up.
Well, I've stopped.
There were 2 inflection points. One when you first got into her, and then one with the release of this latest album, Life of a Showgirl. Mm-hmm. You have been what I would almost call a hater. You have experienced a bit of like a backlash to her in that you were a big fan, and now you're like, you kind of went through this transformation of like questioning everything. Mm-hmm. What if she's not a good person? What if this? What if that? What if blah, blah, blah? And now it's settled a little bit. I'd say you're having less extreme feelings, but I'm
not proud.
It's all right.
There's something that engaged my imagination about her, and I can't put my finger on what it is, but go ahead. I
was never as fervent in any direction. Mm-hmm. I like Tortured Poets Department a lot. Mm-hmm. I've really come around. I kind of went on the ride with you. I like Tortured Poets. I like Folklore. I like some of the earlier stuff. I think it'd be neat to see her live. But I don't think that I got as deep into the subculture or the culture of Taylor Swift in that, like, I'm not aware as I only hear from you all the like her friendships with this person and this and this and this.
I have only learned a lot of this recently, so I'm not.
So I have had a bit of a contrarian feeling about Life of a Showgirl. And by that, I mean, I want to be a defender of it because I hear so many people trashing it that I'm like, that feels unfair. So I've been listening to it kind of nonstop and I'm like, I don't know, like I am enjoying it.
But I'm not going to allow you to enjoy it.
So the entire album fits in my vaginal canal. Yeah.
That's
so
one of the variants. One of the
right. I only for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Only could you buy one that would fit in Alison Rosen's vaginal canal. I've been listening to it in the shower. I've been listening to it in the car, and I've been liking it. I think Father Figure might be one of my favorite songs on the album. The one that there's this question of who it's about. I listened to it like over and over because I was like, I think I really like this song. And then I don't know at what point, all of a sudden I was like, and this never happened to me with Torture Post Department. I was like, I don't think I want to listen to this album anymore.
Why do you think that happened?
I just got tired of it. I did put it on today when I took a shower. And yes, I did take a shower. And then I was like, I think Honey or Eldest Daughter
that's my least favorite song, Honey.
New Yorker said that's like one of her best ballads, I think, which I was surprised by.
I found it, well.
So I got to like some of the, like, to me, sort of the weaker spots in the album. And I asked SIRI to put on Father Figure. But like, I realized as much as I intellectually want to like this album and want to be like contrarian, if my ears and my sense of joie de vivre said, let's listen to something else, maybe it's not as solid as some of the earlier works where I don't get tired of them.
Yeah.
I just think it's a much smaller emotion. It feels to be a much smaller emotional range than, say, Tortured Poets. And maybe because Tortured Poets is about heartache. And
there's a lot going on.
There's a lot. You know, like that. Tortured Poets feels like a storm. And she's through the storm, which good for her. But it's, I don't know. So I guess I'm still figuring out. I mean, I got to see in a few, but it's like, you know, the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. I do not get tired of that.
It's really good. I feel like the negative backlash against this album went too far.
But when I find that stuck in my head, I'm like, God damn it.
That song.
It's so catchy and it is embarrassing.
That song actually pisses me off.
Yeah.
But putting that aside, I think that like there's like a whole thing about her merch, and like there's a necklace that had these lightning bolts on it, and if you put the lightning bolts next to each other, it looks like the SS symbol. And there's and then they're like,
but didn't Schwartz and Sandy sell a lightning bolt?
I mean, I don't know. And then what was the other thing? There was like something else with another piece of merch, and then there was like, I guess on Midnights there were 4 variant vinyl covers, and if you put them together, there was
Goebbels' face.
Well, they made a clock, so and then she sold like a little middle clock piece, which was really clever and cool. But if you turn them over on the backside and then turn them, it's a swastika, because the Midnights has this white border that's like a left side and top, and if you put 4 of those together and tilt them,
is it like really a swastika?
Well,
or
no.
like if you squint.
So this is where I'm like, okay, guys.
And there's like, no way.
There's a lot of discourse about this album that I think it just goes too far. I think she is not going MAGA. Like there's a lot of that kind of stuff. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
The whole canceled song is a little bit like. Here's where I agree. I agree with the criticism that like, read the room, Taylor. Like a little bit like this album at this moment, she's not as a billionaire like connecting to the feelings of a huge portion of her fan base.
Yeah.
And I think it's a valid criticism to say like this is out of step, and actually is like about a life and a lifestyle that is it's kind of offensive to us when we're struggling and we're scared, and like ICE is
kidnapping people,
and we're literally afraid of fashion. Like that's how people are feeling right now. And so then to release this album kind of feels like what the so I get it. I don't feel that way, but I feel like that's valid. But then they like dig in on some of the what's the song Opalite? I think Opalite talks about like some of the lyrics are something about like you went from onyx to opalite, and like Travis's ex-girlfriend was black.
Oh.
And so it's like, oh, she's commenting on his, you went from dark to light, like you.
But is that, I don't know the lyrics of that song. Is it actually about that? It seems like something she would say.
I feel like all of that is a huge stretch. Like to me, like the question of, is Taylor Swift a racist? Like, I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. It's not, I don't think it's clear if she is. It's just not it's not an interesting question to me anymore. Like whether people are racist, because I just feel like it's like, is that what we need to be doing? We need to be like decide. I don't know. So that's, I kind of saw a lot of that, and that all of that, just, it's not interesting to me.
But also, I haven't read the lyrics yet, but opalite is a man-made material. Like, is that a compliment to go from onyx to opalite?
Right. It's a good question. For me, I mean, like, and then people were saying, father figures about like Olivia Rodrigo and Scott Borchetti. What's his name? Borchetta. And like the first half is about him, and then the second part is about her relationship with Olivia Rodrigo. And I think it's just about him.
Yeah.
But what is interesting is I didn't know about the Olivia Rodrigo stuff, and that's not a good look for Taylor. Like, she's done some things that were kind of shitty, and I don't love that. I don't know. I just feel like at this point, she's not. It was. I had to adjust. I think I was thinking a lot about it because I was like learning more about her, how she came up in the business and the role that her father played, and how there's a huge difference between the reality of how she made it as a pop star and the story she tells, and that a lot of her narrative about her life is bullshit. And but then I was like, oh my god, but then it's like, who gives a fuck? Like everything in the entertainment industry for the most part is actually bullshit.
Yeah,
like everybody's story is not exactly as they tell it, and so okay,
my vaginal canal is actually small.
Yeah. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to listen to Lana Del Rey when I feel like listening to Taylor Swift, because Lana is authentic, or more authentic.
I mean,
I enjoy her music.
But there was
better.
a whole thing against the whole thing about her not being
Lana's
authentic.
music is out there.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
Taylor did, I feel like, steal her whole thing for a while, but like that doesn't mean Lana's not still. What?
No, but I'm saying there were people who felt that Lana was not authentic when she first came out.
Yeah, I don't agree with. I think her music is, well, whatever. I think Lana doesn't trade on her biography as her thing. So whether or not, like, I think she came from a rich family too, but she doesn't pretend otherwise. Whereas Taylor acts like she came from this like upper middle class, and that she wrote all of her songs herself and was just like discovered playing at a thing, and none of that is true.
Yeah,
none of it. Like her dad bankrolled her entire, like her dad, whatever. He was like a very, very successful investment banker. Like, he they had multiple mansions. Like, it's not that's the reality of Taylor, and whatever.
Now that we are 56 minutes into the show,
I wish I could shut up about this. So please make me shut up about
Now that
this.
we're 56 minutes into the show, should we talk about the annoying thing my sister sent me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? So, the real estate market in Orange County. Okay, so
do you want to talk about this? Really?
You don't want to?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Let me make it very
I don't feel like we should talk about it.
How about if I make it very vague?
Okay.
There is a contention we have, which is that my sister living in the house and dragging her ass and just being herself. No, I'll make it even more vague. There's something we feel that is accurate. My sister is like, well, I see it differently. Mm-hmm. And it's like, how can you see 2 + 2 = 4 differently? Like, this is not, it's like, I feel that you cheated on me. Well, I see it differently. It's like, no, it's a fact. It's black and white. This thing that we are angry about happened.
I think I can put,
okay.
Okay. Because I'll get to really what is frustrating to me about this.
Okay.
When you are dealing with somebody who, through their irresponsibility and their unwillingness to listen, to reason, an obstinate refusal to do any kind of like thing that would be inconvenient to them,
and
for something.
A feeling I have though that she wouldn't listen to reason because the reason was coming from you and me. Do you think that's the
yes,
is that
I think
true
for
or
sure,
reason
for
from
sure,
anyone?
anything coming from you, she's going to say no. She absolutely refused. And you could tell her to wipe her own ass and after she shits, and she would from then on never wipe her ass. Like,
that basically happened with the condition of the house.
Right, like if you tell her to do something or ask her to do something. She
refused to sweep because I asked her to.
And so you've got somebody who can't be bothered. And you try to talk to them, you go, hey, but like if you do this thing, I know it's hard, but if you do this thing and it will benefit all of us,
which is your job as a trustee.
But then they're just like they're too fucking lazy or obstinate or whatever, and then by not doing the thing, sure enough, everybody loses out. Okay.
On considerable money.
Yes, quite a lot. Like, what I want at that point is an acknowledgement from that person that they fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, what I want is them to go, sorry, yeah, you're right. You were right. I should have done the thing that you asked me to do, or I should have listened to you or taken you seriously.
We literally spelled it out. Here's why we need to XYZ, because if we don't, conceivably these things would happen. And then it happened.
It's how I feel about Trump voters. It's like, hey, if Trump wins, he's going to try to do like he's going to send the National Guard into our cities. I think I even fucking said he would do that on this show.
Yeah.
And people, oh, he won't do that. And now it's happening.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, this is terrible. It's like, can you apologize for not listening to me? Like, it's kind of like that a little bit. Although I think this is worse.
You're joking, right?
Well, no, it's more personal.
Well, it's personal. Right. It's personal.
It's like you literally weren't listening to me.
No, it's worse. It's more annoying to us personally, but it does not affect the world.
Like if there's a listener who voted for Trump, I'm not actually going to take that personally.
Oh, I see.
Like, like you didn't hey, listener, you didn't fucking listen to Daniel Quantz.
Right.
But in my life, like if I'm saying like this thing, whatever. So it's that. But I realize, like, with narcissists, you never get accountability. No, you never will.
You said, what does my therapist say about this? And it's like, she has sort of, she'll say, like, they're not capable of it. She's not there yet. She doesn't have the emotional maturity. There's a lot of explanations for why a narcissist can't
not satisfying what I need. I can understand.
Well, so the thing that we're angry about is she recently sent something to try to in the most passive aggressive way to try to defend herself, and it's like, shut the fuck up.
To suggest that, like, actually, this suggestion is actually you guys were the ones that caused us to lose this money, because if I had just waited even longer and, like, I don't know, like, we had just stalled everything for another 5-6 months, and it's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I want to, like, I need tools to be able to be at peace with the existence of people who refuse to take accountability for selfishness and for laziness, whatever, selfishness that harms other people.
Well, I mean,
like, if it just harmed her, I would just feel sorry for her. I'd be like, oh, that sucks. But people
it cost my mom her life.
Right, like the can't be botheredness, the like I'm going to do what I wantness literally costs you your mother's life.
Yeah.
And I just want, like, I want her to be contrite. I want her to be, like, humbled by that.
I know.
Like,
I keep thinking,
like,
what?
You know what, God, I really need to work on myself because something is wrong in my brain that is creating a lot of devastation. And instead, there's a doubling down.
Yeah.
There's just like a no. I am not only am I right, but it was the deflection and not seeing things as they are, and it's makes me
crazy
mental.
making. It is crazy making for people like you and me.
Yes, like I need to live in the truth. Like I need to live in reality. I can't with that shit.
Well, it's like, what happened in between the hospital? Do you remember what she said when we went? So it was like my mom was brain dead, but she was still on the machine. Mm-hmm. And we went downstairs. It's so funny because I couldn't remember for the longest time after my mom had died, I didn't remember that we had decided to take her off the vent. But you're like, no, we did. That was a decision we made.
You and your sister.
Right? Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it.
Well, right. But I mean, that was a decision we made to take her off the ventilator.
Your mom wanted, she had expressed the desire to not be, right? Like, didn't she?
We found that out after. We found the advance directive after.
Oh. I thought that was part of the conversation. No?
No.
Okay.
it wasn't that she I think it was, she had a conversation with us where it's like, you decide. But I think the thing is she was brain dead and there was and she was dying. Like her body was dying. It wasn't like she could have been kept going. I don't think it was like she could have been kept going indefinitely or anything like that. Like it was over. But I actually don't know how long she could have been kept on a ventilator. But at that point, my understanding is you might keep the body on a ventilator if someone's like trying to arrive or something, but she's not coming back from this, you know? So, but it's just funny because in my mind, we didn't make any decision. She just did it all on her own. Like she died on her own. But then you're like, no, you took her off the ventilator. And I'm like, I had no memory of that. But now I'm remembering we went downstairs to just sort of like get our wits about us to decide, like, are we ready to make this decision? My sister wanted to call her friend Katie, who's a doctor. And while we were down there, she said, do you remember this? She said, I feel like I killed Mom. Are you mad at me?
I don't remember that.
Yes. And I said no, because I'm a decent person.
Well, it's hard in that moment to process everything that's going on. It's like, yeah. I mean,
also, I wasn't really mad at that point.
Right, like
I was, though, but I didn't have rage like I have now. But what changed from that to like, she could have gotten it at Costco?
Right. She could have gotten sick by going to Costco. I mean,
I guess what changed is just how hard it would be to live with the fact.
I think that's
just how hard that is.
She couldn't live with the guilt.
Yeah.
And who knows what her husband or people in her life were saying to her about it to soothe her.
And well, at that point, I doubt a lot of people were saying it happened so fast.
I think that when she's talking to friends or whatever, I'm sure people were like, you don't know. Like, maybe it wasn't you, because everyone's going to want to make her feel better.
Right.
Like, what kind of friend would be like, no, you fucking killed your mom? You know, like, no, they're going to be like, you don't know for sure, and da-da-da.
Right.
And I know right after it happened, I was telling her, like, your mom
assumed that risk.
She knew the risk, and, like, you're trying to make them
feel better.
Because you realize, like, how huge, how guilty
one would feel,
how big those feelings are.
Yeah.
But like,
well, if she had stayed contrite, I think that my heart would go out to her a lot more. Instead, she became like a supreme asshole.
I think she's incapable of processing what happened in the reality of it.
Yeah.
Like, she's just too weak.
Yeah.
A person.
But even for a strong person, that would be hard.
Yeah, it would be hard for a strong person. Exactly. And so, like, she's retreating into denial and all the fiction, and the delusion. I would say that, like, for people who are responsible for the death of somebody they love, like, yeah, of course, that's almost you can't imagine having to live with that, but there is a way. It's just that, like, you've got to, like, the only way is to face it, because you can't. I don't believe that you can really lie to yourself.
No,
like, there's no way but through. Like, you can sit there and you can go, like, I'm going to, you don't do this consciously, but, like, I'm going to create a narrative in which I'm not responsible. And, like, I want to tread lightly here because, like, of course, there's so many different circumstances, and it's entirely possible that it's, like, a very gray area. But, like, in this case, it wasn't.
No. Pretty clear.
And so, like, you made a mistake. Something happened. It wasn't intentional, but yet you have the guilt. It's like, so you've got to work on that. But you can. But the only way to do it, like, there is forgiveness on the other side of that. You can find that. You can find peace but you can't if you're not if you're lying to yourself, because your brain knows you're lying to yourself.
Right.
And there will always be that discord.
The cognitive dissonance.
Dissonance. And I think that is just it creates a psychosis. That's just my feeling. I think that when you see a lot of what's going on in our country, and you see it's just that's a result of trying to resolve the cognitive dissonance.
Right.
You end up believing crazier and crazier things, and reality becomes less and less grounded for you. You end up living in a world of symbols and dreams. It's not, you're suddenly, you're in a land of make believe, and I don't know. Anyway, it's hard to be around that.
Impossible.
And I don't want to be around it. I'm not interested in it.
Well, we have a vested interest in being in the truth. So it's
I have right now, and maybe because of all of this, more, I always have, but really more than ever, I just want authenticity. Mm. And so
in your music.
Well, that's kind of why I was that's why I'm so Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because it's if Taylor was just honest about shit, I wouldn't care. It'd be whatever, I like these songs, I don't like these songs, it wouldn't matter. But it's when I feel like somebody's lying to me, or when there's something, there's this isn't as it's being presented, I get obsessed about it.
Oh my God. So you and I are so similar this way, because I was thinking about how my sister doesn't, if you say something, if your story changes, or if you, I don't know, I feel like she's not she would never be you lied to me. How could you do that?
Right.
And I was thinking, but if I catch someone in a lie.
Oh, and you're so
I know.
You are so good at knowing when you're being lied to. It's a good thing I don't really lie.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bad liar, first of all. But also, if I shade the truth at all with you, I'll get a look from you. And
I'm so keenly attuned. It's not intellectual.
Sometimes I don't even know
physical.
that I'm not being, because there's emotional things that you're not aware of yourself, and you'll be there's just something, and then I'll think about it, and I'll be you're right, I am not it's crazy.
I'm a human divining rod. So because if someone lies to me and I catch them in the lie, I want, can we talk about this for 20 straight hours, But my sister's not like that. And I was thinking, this is an uncharitable interpretation, but I was it's because she lies. If you lie, you're not going to try to catch someone else in it's just that's just the world you live in. Whereas I don't lie. Mm-hmm. If I ever do, I feel really guilty about it. I feel very it's a humongous event. And so therefore, if someone lies to me, it's I cannot bounce back from it. It's a huge betrayal.
What's wild to me is that, a year ago, when we would talk about your sister or whatever, you would defend her.
I know.
You were so.
I didn't.
You were she is honest.
She doesn't hold grudges.
She would never she would always have my back. She wouldn't do anything again. Your view of her was really positive.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that this year has taught us is oh, that's not the truth.
Well, and you, because you were always what is the deal with her? And I was I don't know what you mean.
Yeah. So while it's true that when you're being lied to with your sister, I don't know that you did always know when she was lying to you.
Yeah. That's, I don't know what the
There's a blind spot with your sister.
Very much so.
And I think that the veil's been lifted. Unfortunately, I mean, it is unfortunate, because it would be really nice for that not to be the case. It would be nice if she was the person you thought she was a year ago.
Yeah.
That would be good. That would be nice. But, when someone reveals their character or when you discover things about them, it's like you mourn the person that you thought they were. But like you have to realize that they never were that. So it's what your loss was never real.
It's interesting when I think about what happened. It's like I found out that she was conspiring against me. And
before your mom died.
Before my mom died.
Conspiring against you.
And then when I caught her in that, this is a compressed version of it, but she became rageful and began like rage texting me and threatening me and stuff. And it's like those two things are actually connected when I think about it.
Right.
So, you know what? Don't be a fucking asshole. That's kind of my vibe, is just don't be a fucking asshole. But I have realized a part of me that I did not. My dad was a very vindictive person, and I hated it. It scared me.
And he was a bullshit artist too.
He was a liar.
Yeah.
But that's, yes. That's part of why I think I'm attuned to lies, is because it's like I grew up with just this like, why does this not feel right? Mm-hmm. Everything you're telling me. But he was vindictive and petty and had revenge fantasies and was very like in touch with his anger and his rage and all of that was just atrocious.
In touch with, he would express it. I don't know that he had any kind of
not in touch with
relationship.
No, he was a very angry person.
Right.
He had no qualms expressing it.
Right.
And I do not like to be around anger. I don't like to be around yelling. It scares me. I don't think of myself as an anger. I have a problem with my own anger in that I'm not able to access it really. Well, I am, but I'm not. But what I realized is there actually is a part of me that is vindictive and that is like, you fuck with me, I will annihilate you, which I don't think I was aware that I had that in me. But it's like there is a point at which if you push me too far, I will turn and I will cheer your misfortune. And I didn't think I had that in me. I was very like, all the Jesus messages, turn the other cheek, forgiveness, all of that. And it turns out I went deep down. Actually, I don't know. Because as much as I say I would cheer someone's misfortune, if they actually had a misfortune, would I still be cheering it? I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is like, there's a part of me that is very, like, if I feel that someone's fucked with me enough, I get very like, fuck you.
It's hard. The whole turn the other cheek thing is hard with narcissists.
Maybe that's what it is.
It's like if it's a normal, neurotypical person without personality disorder, and they've wronged you.
I think neurotypical is not the right word because we're not talking about
someone without a personality disorder. Is that it?
I don't know what the term for not personality disorder is.
Oh, is neurotypical specifically related to spectrum?
I think of it as that.
I don't know. Well, but anyway, someone without a personality disorder. If they've done something to you, then there's the possibility of forgiveness with them because they can be contrite.
Right.
And so...
Well, you and I accidentally hurt each other's feelings all the time because human beings do, and we work through it and stuff.
Right. Like, I never double down.
Right.
If you tell me that I've hurt your feelings, but I didn't intend to, I don't double down. We talk through
about it. Yeah.
Whereas if I was a narcissist, I would be
You would have to destroy me.
Yeah.
That's the family I grew up in.
Yeah. And so when there's somebody like that and they've done something to you, there is no point in, like, for me, I understand that the sort of the Jesus way is the more evolved way of thinking, and I'm just not convinced that it's better. Like, because there's no, I guess my feeling is, and maybe this is just because I've been hurt by so many narcissists in my life. Like, and not talking about your sister here, but the narcissists who have hurt me, I can't wait for them to die. I hope that they're miserable when they die, and Jesus can forgive them. God, you know what I mean? Like that's
right. Not Daniel Quantz.
Not Daniel Quantz. Nowhere in the Bible does it say Daniel Quantz will forgive you. Find me that fucking passage.
Right.
I will be convinced. If you find that passage, okay.
Yeah.
But if you don't, that's up to Jesus.
Right.
Like God, they'll forgive you. But DQ does not forgive you. And it's not my job to forgive you. You wrong me. I wish misery upon you. If I had the means to inflict that misery upon you, I would do it. I would.
Yeah, it turns out I feel the same, and I didn't know that I did. I thought I was a better person.
I have elaborate fantasies of things I could do
we're the
to
same.
certain people.
You got a bit of John Rosen in you.
Mostly I don't do it because it's a lot of work. And I just can't be bothered.
Illegal, too, probably.
Oh, no, there are legal things I can do.
Okay.
There are people who've wronged me that I have gotten revenge on them. And let me tell you something. It feels great. It really is satisfying. It really did put things like made me feel more at peace.
Yeah.
Again, you go to church and you work it out with God, the forgiveness thing, but don't go to church and work it out with DQ. Because it ain't happening. I will not forgive you. It won't happen because I don't believe with a narcissist. I'm specifically regarding because I don't believe that the narcissist can be genuinely contrite.
They can't be.
So, like, if it was a non-narcissist, that's a different story. A non-narcissist I can forgive them.
Yeah.
Because I believe that they can feel bad about what they've done. But with the narcissist, it's like it would just be performative.
Right.
It would just be to get something from me.
Yeah.
And I'm not interested in that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to make you feel better about yourself. Like, that's how I feel about it. And I realize, like, that's probably means I'm not such a great person. But, like...
Oh, you don't think you're going to make heaven? I'd like to make it clear we are, despite all the religious discussion, we're not religious.
No. I'm not anti-religion, though. I don't believe whatever. That's a big topic, honey.
That's a huge topic.
So, but anyway,
wait,
like,
are you not anti-religion? Because people listen. I just gotta say something. When people slide to the right, it starts with. Sometimes it starts with, "I'm not anti-religion."
I think that they say that.
And then before long, you're going to be going to church.
I think they say that. You know, when whatever. I have complicated feelings about religion.
I do too.
I think it's too big a topic to say, like, I'm against it. Like, yes. I'm not like against religion. Yeah. There are expressions of religion that I'm against. There are groups that I'm against. I think that, and then there's groups that I think are completely benign, and some that are actually really positive.
Yeah, I guess I'm with you.
This is something I had a thought recently, which was like, you know, someone like Dennis Prager has always said, like, you need religion. People like him, they'll say, you need religion because otherwise why bother doing the good thing?
Which is so weird to me.
And I was always like, you don't murder people. I don't need religion to know that it's bad to murder people.
And a moral code to me is just so innate.
Yes, for people who aren't sociopaths.
Oh, okay.
But this is the part I hadn't considered. It's actually good to have religion
for the sociopaths.
For the sociopaths, because the sociopaths. Do you think
that's what holds them?
And maybe
Prager's
a sociopath. I don't know, but it's like
maybe
for the sociopath. Well, making them want to go to heaven, might be the only way to get them to not do the bad thing.
You know what I think, and I'm sorry to be such a booster here, but I also think 12-step could do the same thing. Yeah. So if you're a sociopath, get involved with a religion that is a benign one, or go to 12-step.
There you go. Solid advice.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I think it's good that religion's out there
for the sociopaths. Don't they say that like 25% of the population are sociopaths, which is a crazy high number?
That's a lot. That's a frightening amount.
I know that means that when we do the Thursday show, one of the people in the room is a sociopath. I refuse to believe it's
we
that
have
high.
4 people in our family. That means one of us is a sociopath.
Okay, let's at the same time both say who we think it is.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I was going to make a joke and I was going to say Owen, but
It might be Elliot.
But Owen,
No, they're both.
Owen will watch a video and he'll like turn to me in tears, and because he watched a video about dog breeding and about how like Frenchies, these dogs that like have trouble breathing and stuff, and he turned to me with tears in his eyes and he's like, "Why do they want them to suffer?" He's not a sociopath.
When we watch a movie and there's an emotional scene, he'll cry.
Yeah.
He's so sweet. No, and Elliot is only a sociopath in that he's 8. You know what I mean? Like there's a sociopathic element of being a child, but he is empathetic. He's a sweetheart. He's just also.
Have we seen evidence of him being empathetic?
Oh, that's a good question. We'll have to keep our eyes open.
Because he's pretty in touch with his own feelings, but is he in touch with other people's feelings?
Well, he might be a narcissist, Do you think Elliot's a narcissist? I don't think so.
No, see, I don't think children are.
I think they're
not
all
sociopathic. They're narcissistic, is what they are. That's normal development.
Right.
I don't know at what age though. What if I'm the narcissist? I mean, not the narcissist. What if I'm the sociopath?
Yeah, you might be. God, I don't
but
believe
Elliot
that 25%.
has never. I don't know that all sociopaths hurt animals, but our children are very like they don't want any animals to be hurt.
Elliot is not a sociopath. They're not. No, I don't believe that 25% figure.
I don't. Yeah, I think I'm wrong. Let's just find out. I'll close my computer. Oh, hello. Let's just find out.
Okay.
What percentage? And then let's end this show. Of people are sociopaths. Oh, okay, few. Between 1% and 4% of the general population. That's so much better than 25%.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
More common in men. 3% of males, 1% for females. Oh, wait, here we go. So here. Oh, 1 in 25 people. That's where I got. So reading The Sociopath Next Door, where the author, this is where I got that figure, claims the rate of psychopathy is 4% or 1 in 25 people. I find that hard to believe. So that's where I got that 25 thing. But that does mean that if I had 25 people in the room, theoretically 1 might be.
I mean, that's
a large show.
It's more reasonable, I guess.
Do you think we know any sociopaths? Do we casually know any sociopaths?
None jump to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, sociopaths are, incredibly manipulative and
right.
Like,
it's interesting. There was a guy that I had on the show, and then Shane Dawson said to me, he's like, "I've always suspected he's a sociopath. There's like a hollowness in his eyes."
Right.
And I hadn't gotten that vibe from him at all. I'll tell you who it is off air. I don't know if you'll know who it is. I have wondered about, I feel like Ari Shaffir might be a sociopath.
Oh, for sure. But we don't know him.
Right.
I think a bunch of people sort of maybe who gravitate towards that world probably are.
Yeah.
But no one like that would really be friends with us. I mean, like...
And I think Hassan Piker is.
Oh, I think he is, yeah.
All right. Well, this has been too much fun. We closed out with our signature segment, Sociopath Chat.
Who's a sociopath?
Who's a sociopath? Jesse Thorne will be on the show, on the group show. That'll be fun because I've had him on...
In person?
Yeah. So it's on the calendar. Did you not see? I've had him on the individual show before, but I've never had him on the Thursday show. So that should be fun. And yeah, I already mentioned all my stuff. Daniel?
No, I got nothing.
All right. I would like to thank everyone for listening. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen show?